Hey guys, Sid here. Welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And here I have with me someone who I've known for many years now. We've attended a lot of training programs to Success Gyan together. I've also crewed in many of the events that Ajay has actually attended. And I've been seeing, it's so beautiful to see the transformation that Ajay has been through over the last couple of years that I can see. From the offline world, completely moving into the online world, and trying and testing, failing many times, and then perfecting his model. And Ajay, first of all, I want to congratulate you for achieving 13.17 lakhs in your overall game and what is the number in the last
Yeah,
1 month?
5.36. Yeah, 5.36 in the last 1 month.
Last 1 month, 5.3. So congratulations on actually going through that journey and customizing something which is really now working for you. Awesome. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you, Siddharth. I believe, Siddharth, we live our life in moments. When I got my MBBS degree, I thought, all my life I've been preparing for this moment. Same when I got my MD in pathology in Davangere. Then when I did my first Guinness record and the second Guinness record, I mean, this is not to brag, but just to tell an experience that when I got my second Guinness world record and all the flashes and cameras and media, all my life I've been preparing for this moment. Same when we did that cycle rally and met the Prime Minister, all my life I've been preparing for this moment. Siddharth, right now I am having the same feeling. All my life I've been preparing for this moment where I'll be involved in a Hall of Fame interview with the Siddharth Rajsekar.
Thank you. Thank you. Ajay, for me, I mean, honestly speaking, it is an honor for me to actually see people like you coming up and completely digitizing and the work that you do. So I won't take any credit on myself, and I don't think it's such a big thing. I know many people feel like coming to the Hall of Fame is something over there, but it's more about celebrating success. For me, I want to really help everybody watching understand that anybody can achieve success if they just put their mind to it, and everybody has a different path. So I really want others to understand your journey of how you got into the training industry and what kind of transformation did you have to go through yourself over the last 2 years. Can you let's start from that point?
I was a successful medical practitioner, but over a period of time, I realized that the basis of disease is not in the body, but it's here. It's here. It's the improper processing of thoughts and improper processing of emotions that leads to most of the diseases, especially among the educated class. Why should an educated or why should a well-to-do family person have poor health? Why? It is because all here and here. I wanted to be a health worker. As a doctor, and like all other doctors, I had become a disease worker.
Okay.
We have a department of health, not a department of disease. We have a department. We have a health minister, not a disease minister. But all of us doctors have become disease workers. I wanted to become a health worker. I always wanted to work here. I wanted to work here, and hence gradually to work here and here, I modeled into. I was always a good speaker, and right since my school days, my mother always encouraged to go on the stage and all that. And I thought, if I sit and see patients here in my chamber where I'm sitting now, how many lives can I change? These people are coming to me when they are in the minus. I only help them come to zero. How do I get them to go to +1 and +2? And hence gradually gravitated towards this field. And I started teaching people. I became a motivational speaker first, going to colleges and schools, and there I started my youth empowerment project. And then gradually to help people and youngsters with their business also. Because to do all this, I had to automate my business so that I could be free from my own business. Now I teach exactly that, how to work here, how to work here. I am a actual health worker now, and then help people, create automated businesses the way I did for myself. And that is how all this curriculum and all this thing began. Faced a lot of struggle, invested a hell lot of money on myself to get good in the offline space. And what all, the whole quantum leap, the whole this thing. It was only when, that flash of inspiration on something, only me and my God knows how I arranged that money for attending the MTS, which is, the amount one has to pay for that. But all that, and despite after that, having to face that struggle in the offline space or the online space, I have 29 such events, Siddharth,
mm, mm,
both including offline and online, where no one turned up.
mm.
29.
Okay.
I mean, enough
Mm,
to break anyone's heart or
mm,
mind. But then, that when you've been a motivational speaker, and you know that
mhm.
probably I'm in the middle of my acre of diamond, yet don't know it, or maybe
Yes.
I am just 3 feet from gold. And
Mm,
when you listen to your stories, I always remember your story of South Africa. After mts
yes.
after mts you went to South
After
Africa,
empty.
and all that
Yes.
happened. So that thing
Mm,
kept me pushing. My
mm,
medical business was automated, and there was no acid dearth of money, but
mm,
I had taken a lot of money from there and invested here. So
mm,
went through that, also met a few people who sort of duped me.
mm,
One person turned out to be a fraud, took a lot of
mm,
money from me, and then only gave
mm,
me pirated videos and said, no, I don't have time for one-to-ones now. I've
mhm,
given you value worth 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs,
mm,
20 lakhs. In the first place, I should not have accepted those pirated videos. But
mm,
then I came across Datta,
mm,
like you
mm,
had recommended. Then I came
mm,
across Datta. I
mm,
remember that moment when you had recommended Datta to me. Datta was actually a real breath of fresh air into my life. And he
mm,
taught me many things. And
mm,
gradually, one after the other, I have like Purushottam has
mm.
kept all the pictures of, where he was in his lowest
Yes.
stage and all that.
Mm,
I have the screenshot where I'm
mm,
sitting alone, zero visitors, and no one coming to my webinar and all that. But
mm,
gradually, I also have the first payment,
mm,
5,999, from
mm,
my first student who made my first payment. It's been a long journey. It's
mm,
been many heartbreaks along the way, but then
mm,
when it somehow clicks somewhere, then I
mm,
came across this idea of doing a 5-day class.
mm,
And I have now my own system of having a hybrid of 5-day class
mm.
as well as a single webinar, which I'm doing
Nice.
right now.
Mm,
uh,
mm,
Something somehow clicked, and till now,
mm.
whatever income I've made in my online world, the half of it has been in the last 40 days. And
Fantastic.
so, when
Fantastic.
it
Mm,
clicks. So all the things, all the earlier failures, losses, mistakes, everything. Even I made a lot
mm,
of mistakes. Selling was such a thing for me, such a long thing for me. And then all those technical
mm.
things, I would be completely confused between click funnels, click bank, click magic, and all that. Now you would laugh at all these things, someone
Mm,
getting confused between click bank, click magic, and click funnels. But that was my stage.
mm,
Gradually, with
mm,
Datta's help, again and again, watching your videos and taking your
mm,
gold member, silver, then gold, then platinum, and everything, watching other people's interviews and all that, I knew that it is all going to be worth it. It's all going
yes.
to be worth it.
Mm,
Now I value this little success. I am far, far behind those people who
mm,
are ahead of me in the curve,
mhm,
and in the journey. But yes, it feels
mm.
nice that
Fantastic.
it has started clicking now.
Amazing, Ajay. In fact, I think everyone's journey is unique in this, and in your case, it's like from a medical practitioner,
Yes.
being very successful in that space, and then getting into the training business, and then going through that journey, and then moving into online, getting into this community, getting help from community members. I think it's been you got in a year back, if I'm not mistaken, or more than 1 year
Yes,
since you've been. Yeah.
after MTS, in MTS I came to know that you do all these things,
Yes.
so I
Yes. So that
started
was a
attending.
year. Mm.
Yeah, so 6 months I was completely at sea. Like I said,
Mm.
click bank and click funnels, like it was
Mm.
like that. And then my offline was also going on, the struggle in
Yes.
offline was also going on. It was
Mm.
this stroke of luck, I will say.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
very unfortunate for the world and for so many people that this lockdown came about, this
Yeah.
corona and this lockdown, wherein I was
Mm.
forced to stop all the offline programs and
Mm.
focus only here. So it was a sort of a new journey or a renewed journey from March onwards. I
Fantastic.
haven't
Mm.
traveled since last 7 months. Otherwise, 15 days I would be traveling, taking different offline programs.
Mm. Mm.
So it was then that things started getting in,
Mm.
and from
Mm.
June onwards, I did that hackathon, I did everything, all those things. June
Mm.
onwards, I actually started my webinars.
Mm.
Uh, Again, the struggle started there. And then
Mm.
when I got this 5-day program, and a hybrid of a single webinar. Both I am doing. I don't mind
Mm.
taking a lot of classes because I love being in front of an audience.
Yes, yes.
That yes, the earning journey has been, let's say, from the last 6 months.
Six
Learn,
months.
yeah, and for that earning journey, the learning journey has been very long.
That's it. All adds up. And
It all
just
adds up.
what we'll do is let's break it down now for the other people.
Okay.
Now I know you're doing like a 5 day live training, which you do 1 hour every
Yeah.
single day. That's
Yeah.
through Zoom, and then you offer your product on the fifth day. That's a
Yeah.
great model. A program-based model works absolutely well because you're nurturing them.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a little bit and explain to us on how you were able to adapt into online from offline, and
Yeah.
how are you able to narrow down on your niche? Because I understand you're a clarity coach for SME entrepreneurs and Hindi speaking. Like, how were you able to, like, how were you able to zero that down after coming into this community?
Um, yes, I always wanted to be online because I knew
Hmm.
that this online thing, inspired by the success of, all these big online behemoths like
Hmm.
Amazon and all that, the whole world is their oyster. So I always
Hmm.
wanted to get into this space. I always used to hear things about there is something called webinar and all that.
Hmm.
It is an MTS that someone told me from my group, that Siddharth has such a this beautiful course. This Siddharth has this. So I remember talking to you in
Hmm.
Chennai, in Mahabalipuram,
Hmm.
and then I thought, okay, along with my online, I'll have this along with my offline, I'll have this little online thing, which
Hmm.
Siddharth might help me do it, and maybe I can have my videos which someone will purchase and things like that. That was the
Hmm.
idea in my mind of a digital training, that I'll
Hmm.
have my videos parked and someone will pay me for watching those videos. The live thing
Yes.
was never there. That journey started there, then I thought that it can be, it's not going to be a 20% along with 80% offline.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
going to be 50-50. And
Hmm.
then and that time the struggle for both started because certain agencies with which I was working, I was their official trainer,
Okay.
and I would have to act according to their rules, and they're all fantastic people, very good people and all
Hmm.
that. So while that struggle was going on, this parallel struggle of learning about the online systems which you were teaching, that also came about. And
Hmm.
I was struggling both in both the boats, keeping my leg
Hmm.
2 feet in both the boats and struggling in both the places. Offline I was doing well, I was making good name, but not enough
Hmm.
money. Not enough
Hmm.
money because that
Hmm.
selling aspect, despite doing TTT and despite doing MTS, it took a long time.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
gradually by the end of last year, I completely understood the online systems, that there can be live classes, and I understood what Zoom was and then what Demio was, and everything. That I decided that now my 80% is going to be online, and
Fine.
only 20% offline, because I was sick and tired of traveling.
Hmm.
For a 2 hour program, I'll have to travel 10 hours back and forth.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
not worth it. It was risky. It was my health and all those things, and things.
Yes.
So I decided to completely leave that struggle, and focus on only one struggle. If it's going
Hmm.
to be struggle only, let me focus on something which promises something big.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah.
I saw in the whole, your world is all English speaking world. Then
Hmm.
all other trainers, English speaking world, Rajiv Talreja primarily English
Hmm.
speaking, now he's
Hmm.
into Hindi.
Indeed.
Success Gyan, all English speaking belt.
Hmm. Hmm.
I knew that people from I live in Chhattisgarh, MP,
Yes.
these
Hmm.
80% of people will not understand a single word.
Hmm. Yes. Hmm.
And I saw,
And
who is
it's a
going to
much
teach
bigger
them?
market. It's a
Much
huge
bigger
bigger market.
much bigger market. Who is going to teach them? And being a trilingual, I thought that I can step into this space. I also knew that because my model is parallel to Rajiv Talreja's, if I
Hmm.
remain to English, Success Gyan is not going to promote me, because
Hmm.
I'm in the same mold, probably SME
Hmm.
entrepreneur
Hmm.
as Rajiv is. I thought, let
Hmm.
me find out a Hindi market. And like that, because that time I still have this fantasy of being on the Success Gyan stage, and
Hmm.
if I do well, probably Success Gyan will one
Hmm.
day. I still nurture that ambition. So I
Hmm.
took the Hindi aspect of
Hmm.
it.
Okay.
Another thing which reinforced me is that when I tried to, sell products, I took your franchise. When I tried to sell your product, they would ask English mein ki Hindi mein. I would say English mein. They would say, nahi sir, Hindi mein chahiye. When I tried to promote his program, Tony Robbins program, sir, wo American English we won't understand, sir. Why don't you convert it in Hindi and we teach us? We will pay you for that. So I thought that yes, this Hindi is something very big. And then I'm now completely into Hindi. Lot of
Yes.
webinars, no one turned up. If they turned up, no one would buy. But being a nurturing sort of a person, these 5-day things work for me, because on day one, I teach them I sell them the idea of mentorship, that you should have a mentor. I tell them how Siddharth is my mentor. I also consider Suren as one of my mentors. I
Yes.
place him very highly, because all of us, whatever we are doing today, somehow, somewhere would go and connect to Suren
Connect
and
back. Absolutely.
his initiatives earlier. I consider him, I mean, put him at par with Blair Singer and all those things. He may not have taken classes, but the inspiration is like that.
Yeah.
So I realized that, how mentorship is important, and I teach it on day one. Day two, I teach them why mastermind is important. How a mastermind also nurtures you. Day three, I teach them how consistency is important over a period of time.
Okay.
Day four, I teach them how my system gives them all the three: mastermind, mentorship, and consistency. And day
Okay.
five, this I do on day four. On day five, I give them my offer, telling them how much they'll have to pay if they want to join me lifetime as a mentor and as a part of the ecosystem. So
Very
that is what
nice.
is working for me. Twice a month, I take the way you teach, I take a 1 day, 2 hours webinar also.
Webinar.
This model has been working for me now, and it seems,
Excellent.
looking at the numbers from last 2 months, that the model is working. Still a lot of tweaking is needed, but yes, that will be needed all the rest of my life.
Fantastic. So right now, technical systems, are you completely managing it on your own?
Yes,
Okay.
completely managing it on my own, except that very recently now, because the Facebook ad was something which was, lot of tweaking is needed and lot of time is needed. So part of it is being managed by Gopal's team right now.
Superb, superb. He's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
he is being managed by him. So now, a lot of load has gone out of my head. It was him who said, looking at my ability or whatever he thought, he said, do this 5-day course not for free but for 499.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
working because at the front end only I'm able to recover my, or even make some money in the Facebook ad cost, and people are ready to pay 499 for a 5-day course. Even if they
Excellent.
don't know me, if the copy is good. And the other good thing is that I get people who are ready to pay 499. This is a much better and qualified audience than people who come in for 99 only, or for free.
Got it. Got
Even
it. Got
the
it.
attendance ratio is better, and later on the conversion ratio is also better. Depends on my skill also, but it is what is working for me, and I would recommend others to try this out, because by law of farm, I really get a chance to nurture them for 5 days, and by the end of 5 days, I know these all are the people who are going to convert, and even they know
Yes.
it. It is just a matter of putting the offer in front of them.
It's a brilliant model. I mean, when you nurture them for a long period of time and then you give them an offer, you'll have much higher conversion. And then because they're paying and coming in, they're even more serious about learning.
Yes.
And that's a great model to go with. Superb. So when it comes to how do you take them from? Let's talk about your price point. So 499 is your more like introductory point. And then they buy your level 1 course. What is your level 1 course price?
Okay. Nothing is free.
Okay.
They come to a 499 5-day course, wherein I sell them a lifelong mastermind. It's for lifelong, for triple nine seven.
Okay.
What I do is
997.
997. What I do is that I have an accessory program, a 3-day program, wherein I teach them strategy sheet and 2 more things, and a question answer strategy sheet, and a self-development program, and a question and answer program for
Very
3
good.
days, which is worth 6,000. I
Okay.
give them they can buy a 9997 course, or they can buy a 6,000 rupee course, which is only a
Okay.
3-day course, or they
Mm.
can buy a combi pack,
Mm.
wherein which I sell for 14,500.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people buy either at 9,000,
Or
sorry,
6,000.
10,000,
Mm.
6,000, 10,000, 14,000.
Got it. Very nice.
Most of them go for 10,000 or 14,000.
Very nice. Superb. So you give them an option and a combo pack. So this you
Yeah.
offer on the 5th day of your 5-day program, 5-day
This I
course.
offer on the 5th day. And
Okay.
yes, it depends on the 5th day. I give them, my 5th day is over by Friday. I
Mm.
give them time till Sunday afternoon.
Okay. So there's a
Give them
1-day
time
time
till,
period.
yeah,
Mm.
because earlier, I used to give them 15 minutes or half an hour and all that.
Mm.
I realized that it poses genuine problems for many people, especially at night time if they want to arrange money and all that.
Yes.
So
Mm.
I give them time till Sunday afternoon, from
Mm.
Friday
Okay.
night till Sunday afternoon, and
Mm.
they get enough time to arrange for the money, because in
Mm.
5 days most of them are so sold out that I know that
Mm.
this pressure of 50 minutes is not actually needed for them.
Mm. Yeah.
They
Correct.
scramble if they want to join, they somehow scramble for money, and
Mm.
you feel so grateful for them, you feel so happy about
Mm.
them, that someone is scrambling for money to get into your system, because once upon a time
Yes.
even I have done that. So it
Absolutely.
feels
Absolutely.
so that is my model. Yes, twice a month
Mm.
I do a webinar also. And
Mm.
many people
Mm.
if they've done the 5-day course, and if they want to rejoin it, or they
Mm.
could attend only 2 days or 3 days and could not,
Yes.
I give them a 99 rupees chance for my paid members. I give them a
Mm.
99 rupees chance again to do that 5-day course if they want to, because they've
Okay.
already paid me 500. And
Very
again,
nice.
I charge them 99. So many of them are able to complete the course by
Come
paying
back.
99. Again, they pay me. So
Mm.
it's,
Nice.
this thing
And
of
do you have a level?
keeping,
Do you have a level above
but
this? Above
yes.
14,000? Mm.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I haven't actually started marketing it. Now
Okay.
I have around 125 people who are in my Life Champions ecosystem, which is a lifetime
Got it.
mentorship program.
Mm.
I have a 1.5 lakh rupees, personal mentorship and team mentorship program. Like, I'll mentor
Okay.
the entrepreneur and their whole team
Okay.
for 3 to 6 months. It's actually a 5-month program, which is a 1.5 lakh rupees. And
Superb.
I'm at present developing. I have around 5 people who have gone for that, which
Mm.
I had earlier also in the
Mm.
offline world also I had it. And
Mm.
it will be on online offline combination whenever the
Combination.
lockdown opens. It will be
Got
an
it.
online. I am right now into developing a 25 lakh rupee product, which
Mm.
only next year after March I'll be confident enough, and I'll be having all those things to be that wherewithal
Nice.
to be able to
Mm.
sell a 25 lakh product. But right now my
Mm.
costliest product is 1.5 lakh.
Excellent. Excellent. Nice flow. You've got a good flow over there. And so, based on all the courses that you've been through, say Freedom Business Model, Niche Clarity Blueprint, Curriculum Design
Yes.
Blueprint, the entire flow. Now you're a diamond member also in my community. What were your top 3 major takeaways that have really impacted you overall in your business? Can you think about that?
Number one, and I'm not saying this because you are sitting in front of me. Number one, Siddharth Rajsekar and what he stands for. Number two, Siddharth Rajsekar and what he is. Number three, Siddharth Rajsekar and what I've learned from him as a person. Number four,
Thank you.
it was a 30-day course.
Mm.
It was a
Enough challenge.
30-day course, yes.
Mm.
After which I was thoroughly confused about ClickBank, ClickFunnel, and all that. But I knew how
Mm.
beautifully he has taught. It is the deficiency in me. I need to watch the courses again and again and again.
Mm.
So that was the one. Uh, all the courses are beautiful, but because you are asking specifics, so I'm telling you that.
Mm.
So number 4 is that hackathon is wonderful.
Mm.
And then the intensive, I've done both the intensives that
Okay.
you
Mm.
have done.
Mm.
um, these are the main products which deeply influenced me.
Mm.
Now, after Diwali, I want to get into the God mode, the automation mastery.
Yes.
I want to learn all those systems because now I have a hang of it, and
Mm.
eagerly waiting for tribe building,
Yes.
because I have a
Yes.
tribe now, and I have to build them, how to nurture them and all that. So
Mm.
these are the things. So again, but again, Siddharth, it is who you are.
Thank you. I have to
Uh,
attribute it to Blair Singer, Big Strides, Sam Owens. Yeah. So what I
yes,
am today is because of my mentors.
exactly,
Yeah. Mm.
exactly. And I would say, I would again add what Suren is,
Yeah.
and what the way I've observed. If not for Suren, I don't know whether all these things, what this Hall of
Yeah.
Fame interviews going on, I don't know
Mm.
in what shape or place it would have been. It would have been there,
Absolutely.
but I do not know. So
Mm.
Suren is someone which I have a very high regard for.
Absolutely. Suren is like the master Sifu for all of us. So
Yes,
he
yes,
knows exactly how to bring out the best out of us, even though he does not do the training, but he's the one who's
ha,
strategizing, and I strategize a lot with him. So he's definitely the backbone of
yes,
all our growth. Everyone here,
yes, yes,
amazing.
yes.
So great. Thank you for letting me know. So setup challenge, hackathon, the intensives, these have had a deep
Intensives.
impact, and you've been able to
Yes.
take elements from there. And how have you seen your training style? Like, because offline to online would have been a, like, you should have tweaked your own format of delivery and things like that. So many
Yes.
people watching in our community may be very good in the offline training. Can you have any tips that you want to give them on how were you able to adapt and be more effective in the online training?
I would, behind the camera earlier, I would
Hmm.
keep a big picture of audience sitting.
Is it?
And,
Okay,
I would,
nice.
yeah,
Mm,
because I was so much an offline person, I mean, a
mm,
stage person since childhood.
mm,
I've loved the audiences, and the applause and everything that goes with
mm,
it. Among the six human needs,
mm.
contribution and significance are my needs. And
Significance.
I
Mm,
love that applause. I love people coming and telling me that. So, I would keep that, like the way they have it in, so many TV programs where audience is not allowed, cutouts and
yes.
all that.
Mm,
So I used to keep that. Now I'm able to imagine in my mind that I
mm,
was speaking to them, looking into the camera, and I would have this background of this audience seated in
mm,
front of me. So that was that. Then, when I learned about video creation from
mm.
you, and a lot of it from Avi Arya also,
Yes. Mm,
about video creation and how these videos help you. And when I
mm,
started getting a response to my YouTube videos and Facebook lives and all
mm,
that, so gradually that inherent thing of imagining that there is an audience sitting in their homes and
mm,
offices and watching, that thing gradually started keeping in coming into my mind. And then
mm,
so I would, if you are asking for tips, I would ask everyone what all you've been telling, what all Avi has been telling, to
yeah.
create a lot of YouTube videos, recorded
Mm.
videos, and do a lot of Facebook lives, Facebook
Lives.
lives. So
Mm,
now, even in Facebook live, I've become a one shot person. Not even,
mm,
little bit of trimming at the beginning and end is needed many times.
mm.
So
Nice.
once you keep making videos, Facebook lives and YouTube, I mean, very
Mm,
common sense, the ABC. This ABC is what becomes a word later and then a sentence later. Even in my tribe, I ask them to
mm,
make testimonial videos for me. So it's a
mm.
win-win for them, practice for them,
Yes.
and a
Mm.
testimonial for me.
Yes. Yes. Mm.
A sort of a
Fantastic.
win-win arrangement. And so no, they make a testimonial for me, and they say, sir, you've broken a big wall in front of me, now I can make videos. I said, good,
Mm.
give me even more testimonials.
Amazing, Ajay. Uh, Next question is, how do you feel right now with a very community-based approach? And because
Yeah,
now you're doing in Hindi market, you're able to see people responding to you.
yeah.
How has your life changed when you look at this community approach versus just a training approach?
um I believe, Siddharth, that two things, two
Mm,
statements which I had learned and understood earlier, and now I really find the meaning of it. Number one, there are no rewards or punishments in life, there are
mm,
only consequences.
mm,
You do your karma, good or bad. I mean, there are consequences.
Yes.
Good, if it's a good consequence, we call it a reward. If it's a
Mm.
bad consequence, we call it a punishment. It's just
Mm.
nature at play. Nothing is good or bad in nature. It's just a consequence. A
Mm.
good consequence for someone would be, someone else would call it a bad consequence. So now, the kind of adoration which I'm getting from my people, who even after
Mm.
paying me are, sort of giving that emotional response to me, I feel now
Mm.
is a great consequence of all the good things which I've learned from my masters, trainers, mentors like you, Suren,
Mm.
Blair,
Mm.
everyone. That,
Mm.
now I'm reaping the rewards, law of the farm again.
Mm.
So
Yes.
it is just a consequence. And of course money is there, but that need of significance when it gets fulfilled, the need
Yes.
of
Yes.
contribution when it gets fulfilled, is such a wonderful consequence of,
Absolutely.
you sleep so soundly uh, uh,
Mm.
that night. Or even if it's a good sleeplessness sometimes, that these good things are happening. So these are all the
Mm.
good consequences which I have started to live. Still a long way to go. That
Very
is
well put.
the one thing.
Yeah. Mm.
Secondly, which even you would understand, is the second thing which I heard in a pathology conference once upon a
Mm.
time, that the
Okay.
only things you take with you when you die are the
Mm.
things which you leave behind.
Mm.
People say, what have you
Mhm.
brought, what are you going to take? No,
Mm.
we brought a lot of things, our parents love, everything we had when we came to this world. And
Mm.
what all we do for our community, what all we do for our tribe, and a better world that will result,
Mm.
more healthy people. The when we write our goal statement,
Goals. Yeah.
live a happy, prosperous and spiritual. Yes,
Yeah.
when we write this, when this is fulfilled, this is
Mm.
what we are going to take with us when we die. So there's a lot to take with us when we die. So so the change which has brought which is primarily come to my life, is basically the validation of these two sentences, which makes me feel very happy and sober
Wow.
and humbled. Number
Mm.
one, there are no rewards or punishments in life, only
Mm.
consequences.
Yeah.
And number two, the only things you take with you when you die are the things which you leave behind.
Leave
Leave
behind.
behind such a wonderful tribe that when you
Mm.
go, your life will be known for that.
Fantastic. That's a very, very powerful statement. Amazing, Ajay. Really enjoyed this interview, and I think there's a lot of insights that you brought, and it's beautiful to see how you've evolved as a person through this journey, and you're just getting started. This is going to be going to the whole next level because there's so many people to serve right now in our
Yes,
country, especially in the market in which you're in, the Hindi market. It's huge.
it's
So it's just
huge.
a matter of you just compounding your results, compounding your actions, and the results will start to compound over time, and the kind of
Yeah.
impact you're going to leave will be amazing. So. All of you here watching, if you want to know more about Ajay, what he does, in my YouTube channel description, there's a link. Go and check out his website, understand what more he does. If you want to be a part of this community called the Internet Lifestyle Hub, you can go to internetlifestylehub.com, go and watch all the case studies, all the other Hall of Fame interviews, and jump into this bandwagon. We are truly, we want to welcome more and more people like you watching to be a part of this community who can create an impact in the world in whatever niche, whatever language that you are connected with. And Ajay, normally at the end of every interview, I like to ask this question, which is
Siddharth,
one thing.
one
Yes,
thing, if you allow me. Siddharth, we are
please.
all right now in front of a public, right?
Yeah.
An audience is watching us. Siddharth, I I want you to give me a goal, the next goal. This was one Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Which I want to commit to you publicly and give
Mm.
all I have to achieve that and prove that goal to be there. Can you give me a
Okay.
goal for the next 6 months, 1 year, or whatever? And I'll try my best to do it for my
Mm.
tribe, for my community, for my country.
Superb, superb. So right now you've already achieved a 5 lakh rupee per month. You need to aim for 50 lakhs a month within 6 months. So
50
keep that
lakhs a
as your
month, 50
yeah,
lakhs a month within 6 months. And 6 months
yeah.
from now is, say, March, right?
Yes.
Say
Next financial year, March 2021. Yeah,
March 2021, 50 lakhs a month. Thank you,
yeah.
Siddharth. Thank you.
You can do it. Yes. Superb. So Ajay, usually in the end, I like to ask this question. If you already shared a lot of powerful principles and stuff, like the aspect of consequences and even what you shared before. But based on all your years of learning, achievements, personal development, all put together, if you have to bring it down to one success principle that you live by, which is the highest, which is right on the top, What is that success principle?
Siddharth, most humbly, and with all the setbacks and rejections and failures and losses and mistakes that I have faced all my life, and as a result, living through them and coming to this good consequence now, I've always abided by three words. And believe me, I have a picture of you nine masters, as my. If possible, I could have shown you the. I'll send you the picture if you can just project it. I have a picture of all nine masters as my desktop picture, the desktop thing, in which three words are written, and I always tell it to the three words: focus, system, patience. I have a picture of all the nine masters with three words written: focus, system, and patience.
Patience. Nice.
These three words are, that one. If it everything is brought down to that one mantra or formula, I would say it would be these three words: focus, system, and patience. Very
fantastic. Thank you so much, Ajay. Wish you all the best. And I'm going to interview you once again when you enter the Crore Club. And I've just opened that up and looking forward to seeing you hit that as soon as possible. All of you here watching, please share your comments below on what you thought about this. Hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do the regular stuff so that you can get inspired on all future interviews. Ajay, once again, thank you so much. And may you go and inspire millions of people with what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. Thank you for being yourself, because being yourself, you have given such a great gift to India,
Thank you.
To this world, and to so many of your present and future students. Thank you so much.
Thank you.